Yo, what's up, everybody? How you doing? Today we're going to look at the Unit 4 test review. Boo, 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 boo. And this is part A. So part A says, find the value of x and y. Well, first you need to know what kind of triangle that is. Judging by these tick marks here, it has 3 congruent sides, which means this is an equilateral triangle. It means it's also an equiangular, but we're not talking about the angles. So if one side is 10, then all the sides are 10, which means that x is equal to 10, and y plus 3 is equal to 10. So if y plus 3 gives us a length of 10, then do a little bit of algebra, and y equals 7. So find the value of x and y. If all the sides have a length of 10, then x equals 10 and y equals 7 because it was an equilateral triangle. Very cool. Up next, what is the measure of angle BDC? So to find the measure of that angle, we need to first find angle BDC. Angle BDC starts at point B, has a vertex at D, and then goes to C. So D is the vertex. So angle BDC, angle BDC is right here. That's the angle we're talking about. So we want to find the measure of angle BDC. Well, we're going to use some of the properties of this triangle. I see that it is an isosceles. So if this base angle is 46 degrees, then this base angle is also 46 degrees. This angle up top is 22 degrees. So if I just look at this triangle on the right here, if I just look at that triangle, I know 2 of the 3 angles. So if I'm only looking at triangle DBC here, I know that this is 22 degrees, and this is 46 degrees, and this is what I don't know. So you guys know, or at least you should know, that all the angles in a triangle add up to the magic number, 180. Well, angle B is 22 degrees, angle C is 46 degrees, and angle D, or angle BDC, is I don't know degrees. We'll call it X. So you guys know exactly what to do. You subtract those from 180. Minus 22. Minus 46. And X equals, let me get my calculator over here. 180 minus 22. Minus 46. And I got 112 degrees. So that guy right there, that angle, 112 degrees. All right, so isosceles triangles. Now we've got to find the measure of FE. When it doesn't have a sign, like a segment hat on top of it, they're talking about the length. So we're trying to find the length of FE. Well, FE goes from here to here. So you need to find what matches with FE. So hopefully you're like, okay, FE, it's in a corresponding spot to ED. So since ED is 6, well, FE, FE is also 6. All right, so what's the length of FE? It's 6. Why is it 6? Because it corresponds, it's congruent to ED. All right. Moving on. Number 4, find the value of X and the length of DF. Well, this is an isosceles triangle, and it has 2 congruent sides. Okay, so over here it says that DE is 30. It says that EF is 2x minus 26. Oh, I can't count. 2x minus 6. Sorry, dudes. EF is 2x minus 6, and that DF is x plus 10. So it gives me this information. And I already know that it's isosceles because I see these base angles that are congruent. I see these congruent sides here. All right, so I know that the 30 and the 2x minus 6 are congruent to each other. That x plus 10, that's not congruent to those legs. So I'm going to come over here. I'm going to be like, all right, I know that the 30 is equal to 2x minus 6. Why are they equal to each other? Because they are congruent. And that's how we deal with things that are congruent. We might make an equation that sets them equal to each other. A little bit of algebra. All right, 36 equals 2x. Divide by 2. And x equals 18. So I have found the value of x. And now I got to find the length of df. Well, I know that x is 18 and df is equal to x plus 10. So if x is 18, take that 18 and plug it in there for x. So instead of x plus 10, it'll say 18 plus 10, which is 28. So df has a length of 28. I don't like writing segment lengths inside of a triangle. That's weird. So 28, df has a length of 28. Cool, cool. All right, this looks like a very, that is the same problem. We already did that one. Number 5, triangle ABC is equilateral. Okay, so all the sides are congruent. One side is 10 centimeters. Okay, if one side is 10 centimeters, then all the sides are 10 centimeters. Find DC. Well, if all the sides are 10, DC takes us halfway there, so DC is just 5. And AD. Now to find AD, I've got a right triangle here, so I would have to do the Pythagorean Theorem. Now that's not what your test is about. Your test isn't about Pythagorean Theorem, but I'm going to show it anyway. So Pythagorean Theorem says that the C is the hypotenuse, and the A and the B are the legs. Pythagorean Theorem says that A squared plus B squared is equal to C squared. So if I said that A was 5, that's going to say 5 squared. If I said that B was, I don't know, then I'll leave it as B squared. And C squared is, 10 squared. 5 squared is 25. B squared is B squared. And 10 squared is 100. I need to solve that, so I'll subtract 25 on both sides. And B squared equals 75. And then lastly, to undo a square, you square root it. B equals the square root of 75. You could give me a decimal number, but I don't really care. So the length of AD is the square root of 75. Eventually in this class, I'll teach you how to simplify that. All right, and then last up, it says find the value of x. Well, we need to know what type of triangle this is. And at first glance, you might be thinking equilateral, equilateral, but you're thinking wrong if you said equilateral. I have two congruent angles. Those are called base angles. So this must be an isosceles. Two congruent base angles means it's isosceles, and that means it has two congruent legs. So you can probably tell that DF is congruent to DE. All right, which means that I have an equation here that says 8x minus 24 is equal to 40. Okay, so that 6x plus 10 was there kind of to distract you. That's not equal to those other legs. So we'll do a little bit of algebra. Add 24 to both sides. 8x equals 64. Divide by 8. And x equals 8. All right, so we know that x is 8, and that's all they really asked for. Okay. In fact, I know that this side's going to have a length of 40. And if I plug that x equals 8 down here for the base, that'd be 6 times 8, which is 48, plus 10. So FE has a length of 58, even though we weren't looking for it. It does. I've seen that question before. That was on your quiz. All right, guys, so that's 1 through 6. I hope it was amazing.